We said our game is the hardest out there, but someone dropped a video beating the demo with one sneaky trick that completely ruined it. And to win over this argument, we're adding this one enemy that will literally make the game impossible. This is the story of how adding an enemy this small completely broke the game. If you don't know what Riot Ride is, it's a game we're working on where we drive a car with weapons and shoot at enemies. And no, it is not a car's ripoff. You grind through enemy waves, brag about your new car upgrades, and try to reach the final boss. Only to rage quit cause you accidentally hit a little bomber guy at 200 km/h. Yeah, this was the only enemy in the demo, yet people had a hard time outrunning him. It got so bad to the point that we received death threats. Except for this absolute Chad, who legit beat the demo in the first fucking 24 hours it released in. He just cheesed the whole thing by camping on a block and blasting the enemies from there, because they're too dumb to figure out how to climb up. Kinda like a Roomba navigating the stairs. And if you got at least 2 functioning brain cells, you know this is a huge problem. Because camping belongs in Call of Duty. So you might be thinking, let's just teach these fools how to climb, right? Well no, cause that is too much work for my brain to handle. Instead, we'll be adding more enemies because that sounded easier on paper. And so we got to work, and when I say got to work, I mean brainstorm a good enemy design, code the script and give it a car model. Then just repeat this process for each enemy I wanna die and end up with 8 enemy types. Which look exactly the same, because our 3D modeler is unfortunately touching grass right now. Speaking of 3D, did you notice that the graphics have had a glow up? Yep, we went full retro for that sweet 80s vibe. And you know what else was in the 80s? Back to the enemies, we got bullet spraying boys, laser guys, whatever the hell this thing is. Oh, and did I mention these enemies that launch missiles that follow you around like those low-key cringe me on TikTok? Now with this army of enemies thrown in, there is no way anyone can camp anymore, right? Oh, so should we just throw in the town and like code some smarter enemies? Absolutely not, because there is actually one more enemy we haven't mentioned yet. This guy is the perfect solution for our crisis. It's actually drones. We added drones. And these are definitely drones. Although it might seem harmless at first, trust me, it's more like a spicy jalapeno in disguise.
Yo, what the f-
So now whenever you think you're a sneaky boy camping on a high ground, think again, because these guys absolutely hate campers that use landmines in Call of Duty. But I know one of you nerds out there will say, but what if I just kill them all? Well, that's not going to work either, because they will keep on coming back. Just like those goddamn Skibidi Riz videos.
Level 5 got Riz, Libby done Riz.
So we patched the camping problem. However, now the game feels like playing Dark Souls on a DDR pad. And I'm not gonna lie, that is not fun. So let's add more guns, because that's the best way to balance a game.
I need more bullets! I need more.
And just like making the enemies, this process consisted of brainstorming ideas for the guns, code the script, make them up, and 2 years later our gun selection is bussin'. Ever wanted to gun the heck out of everyone? Well, now you can. Blow everything up with a missile launcher? Absolutely. Go flying and 360 no-scoping enemies?
Yes, sir!
No cap, you can literally fly now, and man, I can't wait to see some crazy stunts with this. Wait, there is more. After each wave, you get to hit the item shop and grab some sick upgrades for your ride. Think of these like buffing your car's stats. This way, you can customize your build to fit how you wanna play. Wanna drift around and gun everybody down? Just lower the grip. Or if you prefer a car that feels more in control on the ground, then leveling up your mass will help. Don't go overboard with this though, because we don't wanna end up like your mom. With that being said, we just dropped the new Impossible demo where you can test all of this in a run of 8 waves. And I bet my whole social credit that you will be questioning your will to live after the 4th level. If you think you can handle it, download the demo for free from the link in the description. And guess what? It's time to work on the final boss. But did I mention that we forgot to pay the electricity bill, so we're kinda...